It's the most wonderful time of the year. For some. It's the most wonderful time of year for some. You know, sometimes people don't feel like they're filled with joy. And they feel like this isn't the most wonderful time of the year. It's easy to be surrounded by the joy of Christmas on the outside. The lights, the tinsel, the candy, Santa, his elves, movies, cookies, hot cocoa. On the inside, Christmas can trigger our emotions. Besides just joy, like worry, anxiety, frustration, envy, resentment. The emotion at the core of all these feelings can leave us feeling frozen as well, because that's what fear does. There's a lot of fear in the world. We can carry a lot of fear in ourselves. There's fear many of us can carry from those around us. And this proves that we carry a lot of fear inside of ourselves. It's the pressure that we place on ourselves because of finals right before Christmas break. Maybe seeing family members that we might not get along with or know very well, so we feel nervous. And maybe we fear not meeting expectations placed upon us. It can also be the fear of feeling uncomfortable without those normal routines of going to school and seeing our friends that we see all the time. Did you know that Christmas is really all about you being accepted and loved? Christmas is about the God of the universe wanting a relationship with you. The Christmas story is about Jesus showing up into a situation that had to be filled with a lot of fear. There's something about Jesus that changes the way that we can respond to fear. Luke, who wrote the book of Luke, and he wrote about Jesus' life, death, and resurrection, he writes about the Christmas story too. And it starts with what happened to Mary. Mary was young and engaged to a guy named Joseph. Everything in her life was going according to plan. Boxes checked. Luke shared that an angel of the Lord, Gabriel, appeared to Mary and said this: "Greetings, favored woman, the Lord is with you." If you were Mary, how would you respond in a moment like this? Well, Luke tells us that she was confused and disturbed at the angel appearing to her. Well, sensing her emotions and her fear, Gabriel spoke words that would change her life forever, and it can change ours too. He said, "Don't be afraid, Mary." The angel told her, "For you have found favor with God." Gabriel not only encouraged Mary, but he gave her the reason why she didn't have to be frozen in fear. She found favor with God. Gabriel continued by sharing with Mary that God wanted her to play a very important role in this story that God had been working on. This is what he says: "You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you will name him Jesus. He will be very great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord will give him the throne of his ancestor David, and he will reign over Israel forever. His kingdom will never end." Well, Mary had a little question about this. Mary asked the angel, "But how can this happen? I'm a virgin." Sounds like a pretty important question to me. There might have been countless thoughts going through Mary's mind. How can I have a baby? I'm not even married. I haven't done what it takes to make a baby. Well, Gabriel explained to Mary that by the power of God's Spirit, she would conceive a child, even though she was a virgin. Yes, this is impossible. But Gabriel declared something important: for nothing will be impossible with God. Mary had lots of reasons to be afraid. Despite her fear, she chose to have faith. This is what she said to the angel after that: "I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true." Instead of freezing in fear about what she was about to walk through, she was able to move forward in her faith. She had been chosen by God for an incredible purpose: to be the mother of the Son of God. Because Jesus showed up, that means that God's with us. And since God is with us, we can have a confident faith even when we are afraid. Because this kid showed up, we're invited into an incredible story that God is writing. We have the opportunity to respond to our fears in the same way that Mary did, with confidence and faith. Everything changes for you when you realize that God sent that kid here for you. Let me say it like this. The kid changes the way that we see fear. Certain moments may seem impossible during this Christmas season. Like to fight against that fear this week might mean that you need to practice remembering what it's really about. You being cared and loved for. Find some way to make the truth visible to you, because when you do, you'll begin to respond to fear differently. Remember, the kid changes how you see fear. Christmas is meant to be a time of joy. But perhaps the way that you make sure that that's true for you is simply by remembering what Jesus did for you. You may not be able to change your circumstances and the stuff you're going through, but you can always change how you respond to them. This week, may you find the faith to move forward when fear tries to keep you frozen. Take care. Have a great week, guys.